What's up, guys? It's the Wolf here, and today I wanted to go over the Tokyo Game Show's shows and kind of like rank them, tell you guys what I think. I know everybody's gonna have probably a different opinion on everything. Honestly, everybody has their own fads and, fanboy and fangirl over different things. So, I just wanted to give my opinion, share it with you guys. You guys can comment below, tell me what you guys thought. If you guys had the same thoughts or if I'm batshit, just let me know. Anyway, we're just gonna go in order. I'm just gonna rank them the way that, because I watched them all and I gave a pretty fair review on all of them. But we're just gonna go down the list. I think Capcom's was a 6.5 out of 10. That was, it had moments. It had Resident Evil 7 DLC. It had Resident Evil 8. My bad. Resident Evil 4 remake had some. Dived into that a little bit, but I mean, other than that, they just had, Exo Primal, that wasn't really, they need to show me more of that, but Street Fighter 6 looked amazing, so, 6.5, that was pretty good. That was the best one so far that I watched up until my favorite, but, Xbox, that was after, and Xbox was, honestly, it was a nice showcase. I think it was a breath of fresh air after seeing some of these other ones, and they didn't show much. They didn't show much in their showcase. They showed that Persona 3 and 4 are going to go to Game Pass soon, so that's cool. But other than that, they had a Forza Horizon kind of anniversary trailer to celebrate that, it's been 10 years, and that was cool. But who really cares about that? Also, they had Wo Long Fallen Dynasty, which I thought was an exclusive. Turned out it's not, so that kind of hurts their showcase overall for me personally. And then, other than that, they kind of just dropped the mic, or dropped the Microsoft mic, because I don't think it's a really deep mic drop event. They just announced that Deathloop and Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to Game Pass soon, which actually Odyssey is on Game Pass, and then you have Deathloop is coming next Tuesday. So decent, but I played both those games, so that doesn't really apply to me. So they didn't really show me anything. They did have a lot in their showcase, probably that appeals to Japanese gamers or Asian gamers in general. They made a statement saying that they're committed to trying to listen to the Japanese front, and obviously it's because they're wanting to expand in all fields, and it's obviously not going to be that challenging to make Japanese games. If Nintendo Switch can do it off of a low budget system, with low budget software compared to what Sony and Microsoft are doing sometimes, I think they could definitely dive into the Japanese market. So I'm going to go ahead and give Xbox a 6 out of 10 just because, they did try and show some things, but it was overall not really impressive. The next one was 505 Games. They only showed a couple. There's this game called Assetto Corsa Racing. Never heard of it, and didn't know 505 did racing games, or at least I haven't heard of one in a long time, but that looked interesting. I've been grinding on racing games, so definitely want to check that one out. Other than that, they had something called Eden Gate Edge of Life. I don't fucking care. Edge of Life, that's such a bad name. Edge of Life. I don't know, that just doesn't roll off the tongue right for me, but it looked interesting. We didn't really see anything yet, but it's coming soon. I think it's a 2022 game, so that doesn't make much sense unless they got the title wrong in the trailer. I was expecting 2023 from a game I've never seen, but whatever. They they showed other stuff like Control and Death Stranding, or they're getting re-releases. I don't personally care. I don't care about the Stray Blade. I know some people might, but I was not that into it. And that was pretty much it. So they're gonna get a 5 out of 5. Go figure. 505 Games is getting a 5 out of 10 for their showcase. Next was Sega. Sega didn't show jack fuck. They really didn't. They showed I think they showed something about Persona 5 And then after that, they showed a little bit of Sonic Frontiers. And after that, they just started showing random trailers. Like, I think the first one was Hogwarts. And then I was like, what is going on? Are you guys doing reaction videos while being dubbed? It was just awful. I immediately turned it off. It was really short too. It was, I think, 25 to 30 minutes. I might be a little wrong on that, but it was short. So they're gonna get a 4 out of 10 because they did not deliver anything really. But they had Sonic Frontiers and Persona 5 if you're into that, but I was mostly more into the Sonic gameplay. It looked interesting. Curious to see how it plays in November. And this was the worst showing. Konami, that has got to be the worst out of all of them, out of every single one of them. They didn't really show anything at all whatsoever. They showed a lot of mobile games. They showed the eFootball 2023, which was, I feel like it's a little too soon considering that it was a mess. It was a gigantic mess, so they definitely need to rethink their marketing team. I don't think it's time. And I mean, other than that, they showed Yu-Gi-Oh! For 20 minutes, which is just stressful. And you could see in the chat, I was just rolling. I'm like, this is insane. What are they doing? They showed a bunch of indie games. It was just not it. It was not it. I gave it a 2 out of 10. They didn't get my interest like at all. And neither did the chat. The chat was just roasting Konami. I really did want a Silent Hills announcement or possibly a Metal Gear remaster collection. I thought they were going to bring something to the table, and they didn't do anything. Sega didn't really do much. That's kind of disappointing. My favorite showing out of all of them was Square Enix. That was a pretty solid show for not having a lot of new stuff, but it had just the right amount. You had Final Fantasy 16 kicking it off, and it's coming out summer 2023. Got a little gameplay story trailer that was really nice. Then you got a Forspoken dub trailer that kind of expanded on the story and the gameplay, but obviously you couldn't really understand anything, so I have to go back and look at it in English. But I really hope that the characters can hold the game up, and not just have this massive world and detailed story and then just kind of bland protagonist. That would be really disappointing. They showed us Valkyrie Elysium, which the more I see, the more I get interested in it, but I'm gonna wait on reviews just to be safe. Then they kind of went in a weird direction with Power Washer Simulator, and I thought, they're turning fucking Sega. They'd run out of shit. They are running out of shit. They just Power Washer Simulator, it's kind of out there. But after that, they showed Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, which is going to be a mobile game. And honestly, if I were to play a mobile game, this is probably the type I would, unless it's going to be cluttered with microtransactions or something along those lines. But at face value, it just looked like the original Final Fantasy VII, but with massively upgraded graphics and CGI trailer or CGI cutscenes. I don't know if that's going to be in the mobile game or not, but I'd imagine so with the way cell phones are now. And then their showcase ended with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I'm super pumped up for. I don't know if this was the first time we got a release, but it's coming out next winter, so I took that into consideration of I considered that between probably December 2023 to March 2024 if they want to push it. So overall theirs was the best, but theirs wasn't even that good if you really want to get into specifics. They're probably about a 7 out of 10. Obviously, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, so the Rebirth and the 16 details were nice, and the gameplay, it was awesome. But I'm not really set on Forspoken yet. I'm not set on Valkyrie Elysium. Power Washer Simulator was just kind of a waste of time. And then I'm not really a mobile gamer, but that was, a decent adaptation to Final Fantasy if you're going to go mobile, which I think they have multiple games on mobile. Actually, you can get a lot of the old Final Fantasy games on mobile. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. What do you guys think of each showing? Obviously, I think it's gonna come down to probably Capcom, Xbox, and Square Enix, because Sega, Konami, and 505 games kind of fell flat. 505 did close though. If they just would have showed something else about that game, the what was it called? The Eden Gate Edge of Life, maybe it could have piqued my interest a little bit better. But they really didn't show anything, and I hate the rehashing of re-release. You know, it's getting a little old. You know, Death Stranding's like three years old, and we're still just porting it over every year. I mean, it's a little insane when you think about it. But that's about it. That's been the show. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to join the Wolf Pack. Peace.